Welcome. You are listening to the Mindful Minute, meditations created for everyday joy. I'm your host, Meryl Arnett, and my passion is making meditation accessible and enjoyable. This podcast is recorded from my live Monday night meditation class, where we have a brief discussion followed by a guided meditation. If you would like to access these meditation practices as standalone audio files for your daily practice, please subscribe to my newsletter at merylarnett.com. It's free, and you'll receive a new mini meditation each week, along with behind-the-scenes content and bonus material for each podcast episode. All right, let's grab a cup of tea, a comfy seat, and settle in for today's practice. Hey y'all, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Today I am kicking off a new series on the podcast, and this one is just a bit different, actually. This is not for my live class. I'm recording this just for the podcast. So I'm sitting in my closet, which I haven't gotten to do in a long time. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be talking directly to you. Now, here in Georgia, we're really stepping into the summer season. The kids are about to be out of school, and I've really been feeling that very familiar feeling, for me at least, of partial excitement. Like, yay, it's summer. There's no schedule. We don't have to rush out the door. We're going to go to the pool. We're going to go camping. And also, oh, it's summer. There is no schedule, no school, no routine or rhythm to anchor our days. And for me, that's really hard. I thrive on routine, and while I appreciate short breaks, I am also very aware that it doesn't take long before that sense of freedom turns into a source of stress for me. And so I thought that maybe it would be fun and valuable to share a bit of a creative project that I've been playing with this year. As you know, I almost only practice outside. For the last several years, I almost every day, unless the weather is insanely bad, I sit outside on my back deck or in the grass. My connection to nature deepens my connection to self, and it stimulates my creativity. It provides a larger rhythm to my days based on when the hyacinth bloom and the hummingbirds return and the bees swarm that one particular bush that I can never remember the name of. So I thought we would pull a little bit of fun, a little bit of experimentation into our practice, and we'll use it as a way to create some rhythm, some anchoring for ourselves as we settle into the summer season. I want to tell you guys about this memory I have of moving into my very first apartment. I think it was my second year in college, and I moved in with 3 friends, and we felt so grown up. You remember that feeling? And I went to the grocery store for the first time after moving into this apartment because now there's no dining hall, right? I'm responsible for all my meals. And I had this concept that, like, I eat healthy, I sort of am aware of food, I engage with what I eat, so, like, this is not a big deal. And I go to the grocery store, and I bought a cart's worth of food. I can't remember what now. And when I got home and I went to make something for dinner, I suddenly realized that I had no idea how to put things together to make a nourishing meal, right? I had bought all of this disparate stuff, but none of it really went together to create a cohesive recipe. And it occurs to me that when I first sat outside, it felt a bit the same way. I had some of the ingredients. There are literally countless teachings within wisdom traditions from across the globe and across time that write and teach about the correlation of earth, air, fire, and water elements in the external world and in our internal world. We see it in poetry, in teachings, in sutras, in myths and stories from across time, right? There is an inner landscape that matches the outer landscape. And I knew that there were these traditions and teachings incorporating nature into contemplative practice, but I didn't have the recipe. I wasn't sure how to bring this all together. And so over the next many years, I returned again and again and again to the natural world. I brought my practice outside, and I began to create my own recipes, to experiment, to note what happened inside my own practice. So over the next few podcast episodes, I'm going to share a few of these recipes with you. I encourage you to go sit outside, if at all possible, on a stoop, on a porch, in a park, your backyard, even in a parking lot with the windows down, staring at the sky. Have maybe one headphone in so you can hear these recordings, and one headphone out so you can hear the sounds of the world around you. Close your eyes, and together we're going to tap into the rhythms of the natural world as a way to anchor, especially when our daily rhythms aren't as steady as we would like. So I want to begin really specifically with time, with rhythm. Now, I know y'all know, right? I'm deeply, deeply in love with physics. And this love of physics has taught me that time is both relative and flexible. It's nowhere near as steady and consistent as we have convinced ourselves it is. Truly, time is mostly a construct that was created in conjunction with the railroad. So whenever I start to feel particularly crazy about my schedule and my lack of ability to control time, I practice this recipe for timelessness. Join me now. Go ahead and find your comfortable seat. Allow your spine to lift up tall. Let your hands rest onto your lap. If you'd like, you could close your eyes. And of course, you can always take a soft gaze down towards the ground. And together as a group here, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale out a sigh. And we'll just do that once more, inhaling deeply. Exhaling out a sigh. Taking all the time you need to settle fully into your seat. And to begin your practice by silently saying to yourself, now is my time to meditate. Now is my time to meditate. And as you say those words, let's let go of all of our plans for later. Our ideas, our agendas, our expectations, we let them go. And similarly, we let go of everything that has already happened. All the stories. And as we let go of past and future, we can more fully land here. In this moment where we sit together. Bringing ourselves more consciously to presence, let's let our spine lengthen a bit. Feeling the right side and the left side of the spine as equal and balanced. Feeling the front side and the back side of the spine as equal and balanced. letting your breath flow, softening the muscles through the face, across the shoulders, softening through the chest and the belly. And then turning all of your awareness towards your breath. You might even feel that as you breathe in, you are inhaling up the length of your spine. And as you exhale, you're breathing down the length of your spine without any force or exaggeration. Just easy breaths here, inhaling up the spine, exhaling down the spine. Following this flow of breath, just another minute maybe, without any rush or pressure. And the next time you're inhaling up the spine, let your awareness land on the space behind your forehead. Seeing this broad expanse as a big open canvas, a blank screen. And as you let your breath flow, and that inner gaze rests on the back of the forehead, picture a calendar. A calendar that tells you of days, months, and years. That tells you of the passing of time. As you breathe out, release the image of the calendar. Now picture a clock. A clock that tells you to wake up and to go to sleep, when days begin and when they end. And the next time you breathe out, release the image of the clock, letting it be carried away by the breath. Picture a watch that tells you to hurry up or to wait, that you're on time or running behind. Release the watch on your exhale, letting it be carried away. Now return your breath to the map of your spine. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And feel yourself here in timeless time. There are no timekeepers here. As we sit in silence just 2 or 3 more minutes, What do you sense in the undercurrent of your own rhythm? What do you sense in the undercurrent of your own rhythm? Feeling your breath flow. Feeling yourself steady and grounded in timeless time. And from this place, feel your spine lengthen once again. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Together, we'll take one more deep breath in. We'll let go of a sigh. Without any rush at all, we will let go of the practice, blink the eyes open, and approach our day, our week, and the summer months with a sense of connection to our own rhythm. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening to the Mindful Minute. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider sharing it with a friend or leaving me a review wherever you get your podcasts. This helps others to find the show, and let's face it, we could definitely use more meditators in this world. The Mindful Minute is recorded on Muskogee land and produced with the support of Madeline Day Production Management and Brianna Nielsen Virtual Assistants. To join my live classes, ask questions, or learn more about my teacher trainings, please visit merylarnett.com. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you guys next week.